medium-sized bowl and add 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon of fine sea salt, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and give it some To that, you'll add half a cup of buttermilk, which looks alarmingly thicker than normal, 1 cup of whole milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 eggs plus an additional egg yolk. Start whisking that together, then once it starts to form a batter, slowly stream in 3/4 of a cup of gently melted unsalted butter. Then once all of that is then you have your lovely batter. That's really it. Now all you have to do is preheat your favorite waffle iron, spray it with cooking oil, add enough batter to fill out the iron about 3/4 of the way around, gently close it completely, and let it cook, flipping almost immediately after you've closed, assuming it can flip, and allow it to cook until it reaches a beautiful golden brown and is cooked through, which could be anywhere between 2 to 5 minutes depending on the size of the waffle iron. Now pop that bad boy out of your iron, and that's a gosh darn beautiful waffle. If I'm being honest. To serve this, you'll give it that good classic pat of butter, a generous glug of pure, unadulterated, high-quality maple syrup. Something about these syrup drizzles activates a carnal desire part of the human brain, and my body is ready for it. But before we do the taste test, let's move on to our Belgian Liège waffles. This is a classy, yeast-risen batter, which gives it its undeniably special flavor. So first start with 1 cup of whole milk, heated to around 95 Fahrenheit, then whisk in 2 teaspoons of instant yeast, and let that sit for 5 minutes at room temp. In a separate, medium-sized bowl, add a 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of fine sea salt, 2 room temp eggs, 1 egg yolk. Start whisking that together, then once that's combined, stream in 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter that's been gently melted. Emphasis on gently. Don't get all excited on me and get your butter piping hot unless you plan on making scrambled eggs in the bowl. Be sweet to the butter, gently coerce it into a liquid state by singing it hymns from an ancient self-help book. Now, in a large bowl, add 3.5 cups of all-purpose flour. To that, you'll make a small well, add your yeasty milkman, your egg mixture, then start mixing that by hand until a shaggy dough forms. Then begin kneading that for about 5 minutes, giving it a few slap and folds here and there until you get a smooth dough. Yes, it will be sticky. Don't worry. Now lightly shape that into a ball, place in a greased bowl, cover with plastic wrap, of course, and give it a classic personality. Then just let that rise at room temp for 1 hour or until doubled, and then just punch all the gas out of your dough and add in 1.5 cups of pearl sugar to your dough. Knead that all in until it's evenly dispersed throughout the entire dough and has been completely absorbed. There shouldn't be any remaining in the bowl. From there, you'll divide your dough into 6 to 12 pieces, again, depending on the size of your waffle maker. Cover them with a greased plastic wrap and let them rest for 10 minutes. Sure, the dough looks like it's been rolled in crumpled styrofoam. Now the last bit is as easy as the other. Heat up your waffle iron, spray it with cooking spray, add in enough of your dough to fill out about 3/4 of the iron, close it firmly to disperse, and let it cook for about 20 seconds. Give it a flip if you can, and let it cook until a beautiful deep caramelized golden brown. Then just carefully remove it from the iron, try not to burn yourself, and serve that topped with assorted berries of your choice. Here I have strawberry, blackberry, and blueberry. Optionally, hit that with a light dusting of powdered sugar, and that is your beautiful Liège waffle. Now, we have our last, final, and arguably most exciting one of the day, the mochi waffle. In a large bowl, add 1 egg, whisk that together until you guessed it. Now, while constantly whisking, stream in 3/4 of a cup of whole milk, 2 tablespoons of gently melted unsalted butter. See, that's gently again, all right? We're not slapping the butter around. Once combined, half a teaspoon of fine sea salt, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, and 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar. Once combined and creamy, add in 1.5 cups of Mochiko sweet rice flour. Link in the description for that. Whisk all that together until you get a thick, almost paste-like batter. Then pour that into a piping bag and set that to the side while we make our. In a large pan, add a 1/4 cup of unsalted butter. Heat that over a medium heat until it's melted. Then add 3/4 of a cup of light brown sugar. Stir that to disperse, and as soon as that melts and begins to simmer, add in 3 bananas that have been sliced into 1/2-inch thick coins. Try to keep them evenly separated and let those cook in the simmering buttery sugar mixture for about 1 minute or till caramelized on the underside. Give them all a little flip. And yes, it's tedious to flip each and every one, but we like it to be precise here, okay? It's almost like you're giving each little banana slice a kiss by flipping them individually. Now hit that with a small pinch of salt, a light sprinkling of ground cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and finally a 1/4 cup of good quality rum. Pump the heat up to medium-high, and as soon as that liquid comes to a simmer, ignite the steam using a kitchen torch. And now once it ignites, give it a good old classic Flameo Hotman and constantly shake the pan to stir and emulsify the sauce as it forms into a beautiful glaze, coating each banana lovingly, just as we flipped each lovingly. As soon as the flame goes out, cut off your heat, and that right there is your rum caramel banana foster. You've heard this spiel before. Heat your waffle iron, fill with your batter, which by the way, if you want more than 4 of these mochi waffles, you'll likely need to double this recipe. Just a heads up. Anyway, close your waffle iron and allow that to cook until a beautiful, almost cloud-esque looking waffle emerges from your waffle iron. Something about this waffle looks almost cartoonish and special at the same time. But to take it even further, we'll add a fat quenelle of a chantilly cream, which is literally just a slightly sweetened whipped cream. Optional, but very yummy. A generous helping of your bananas foster, followed by a drizzle of the rum salted caramel. And Lord have mercy, the double caramel whipped cream drip is gonna have me singing to the moon about my sorrows, for I am about to blush. Now let's find out if there's a true king of waffles here and begin the taste test.
Are you currently on a keto diet or considering to start one? Then stop for a second. I have a free download of the most popular keto recipes for you that will skyrocket your ketosis. Now, if you're not interested in keto, you can skip this video right now. This is for keto dieters only. I repeat, if you're not interested in keto, you may want to skip this video and watch something different. This is intended for keto dieters who love to indulge in tasty recipes. Hi, my name is Claudia Caldwell, and in the past few years, I've helped over 100,000 women shed their unwanted body weight, fit back into all their cute clothes, and reach their desired weight. And all of them had one thing in common: they followed the keto diet. And today, I would like to grant you free access to my easiest and fastest keto recipes that I've collected over the years. Now, I've compiled my best and tastiest recipes into a small collection that I would like to offer you for free download today, so that you can kickstart your keto diet and you don't have to waste time searching the internet for recipes. My recipe collection contains mouth-watering keto recipes, all with simple ingredients and easy instructions. And this recipe collection was made for ordinary people who suffer from complex recipes that include hours of preparing and cooking. I mean, those recipes make a good cooking show, but nobody can follow them in real life. My recipe collection is different. I wanted to compile a collection of my best and easiest keto recipes that everybody can follow. And this keto recipe collection is perfect for couples, families, and also seniors. No matter if you're living on a fixed budget or have little time to cook, you'll be surprised how fast and easy these recipes are. And you can download all the recipes for free today if you just click on the blue download button. And if you're watching this video on your smartphone, you can find the download button right below this video. Just click the blue button and you'll get forwarded to the download page and can start browsing through my recipes in just a few minutes from now. And if you're watching this on your computer, you'll find a small download button in the bottom left corner of this video. So just click on it and download your free keto recipe collection today.